What's going on, everybody? I'm Ace-Abade, and welcome to another challenge video. Gotta catch 'em all, that iconic slogan that's synonymous with Pokemon. Not only playing through the games, collecting the badges, and becoming the champion of the region, but also completing the Pokedex by catching every Pokemon in the game. But not everybody does this, because by the game standards, once you become champion, the credits roll and technically you beat the game. But what would it take to actually catch all the Pokemon? Let's find out. I decided to take on a Living Dex challenge for the Generation 1 games, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. The rules are simple. While playing Pokemon Yellow, obtain one of each Pokemon in the Kanto region. There will be Pokemon missing, like the other fossils, EV evolutions, and starters, but those will be traded over from Pokemon Red and Blue. No glitches or exploits, except for one, but we'll get to that part later. I'm also planning on turning this into a series, and with each game, I will use Pokemon on the main team that were introduced in those games. That way there's a variety. I'm also not planning on using legendaries because they would make the game too easy. This was streamed over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ace-Abade. With all that out of the way, let's get started. We start the game in our room. We talk to our mom, and we try to leave town. Professor Oak stops us as he catches a Pikachu. At Professor Oak's lab, we try to take a Pokemon, but our rival pushes us to the trash. We get the Pikachu Professor Oak caught, bringing our total to 1. We fight our rival Straw Hat Mano, and he is just so rude to us. Next, we get our Pokedex and 5 Pokeballs, so we can finally start our journey. First, we catch a Pidgey and a Rattata on Route 1, bringing our total to 3. We stop by Route 22 to catch a Spearow, a Nidoran female and male, and a Mankey, bringing our total to 7. After that, we go through Viridian Forest to catch 2 Caterpie, 1 Metapod, and 1 Pidgeotto, bringing our total to 9. We'll count Pidgeotto later. We evolve a Caterpie into a Metapod, and then we take on the Pewter Gym and get our badge. After the battle, our Metapod evolves into a Butterfree, bringing our total to 10. On Route 3, we catch a Sandshrew, bringing our total to 11. Next up is Mount Moon, where we catch a Geodude, a Zubat, 2 Clefairy, 1 Paras, and then we evolve a Clefairy into Clefable to bring our total to 16 Pokemon. We then pick up the Helix fossil, all hail Lord Helix. Team Rocket tells us to stop and then blasts off. We make it to Cerulean City and fail at trying to get the Bulbasaur. We take on our rival and Nugget Bridge. After that, we get a Gift Charmander and catch a Venonat, 3 Bellsprout, and 3 Oddish, bringing the total to 19. We make it back around to take on the Cerulean Gym and get our second badge, and an Oddish evolves into a Gloom, bringing the total to 20. We then successfully get a Bulbasaur and head to Route 5 to catch 2 Jigglypuff and fail at catching 6 different Abra before catching 3, bringing the total to 22. After getting to Vermilion City, we stop to get the Old Rod to catch a Magikarp, catching our 23rd Pokemon. Next up is Diglett Cave to catch a Diglett and a Dugtrio. After boarding the SS Anne, we evolved another Oddish while fighting trainers, and then took on our rival, grabbing Cut in the process. The SS Anne went vroom vroom zoom zoom, and we went to take on the Vermilion Gym, having a Bellsprout evolve into Weeping Bell, and gaining our 3rd badge. We talked to an Officer Jenny to get a Gift Squirtle, and caught 2 Drowsy on Route 11, evolving an Abra to Kadabra in the process, bringing the total to 27. We go back to Pewter City to grab the Amber Fossil for later, and make our way to Route 9 to catch a Magnemite for number 28. In Rock Tunnel, we catch a Machop and evolve another Bellsprout into Weeping Bell, as well as catching an Onix to give us 31. In Celadon City, we get the Gift Eevee that we won't count yet. We grab the coin case for later, and work our way through the Rocket Hideout, evolving a Drowsy into Hypno at 32. After stomping Giovanni and getting the Sylph Scope, we go back to Lavender Town and beat our rival. Does someone know why the rival wants to smell us? It just seems kinda weird. We catch a Ghastly for number 33, and run into a Haunter with a full box. Sad. We do manage to catch a Cubone, but we don't count it yet. We pick up the Pokeflute from Mr. Fuji, and go to trade the Cubone for a Machoke that evolves into a Machamp, bringing the count to 34. After that, we go catch a Snorlax. We also evolve a Ghastly into a Haunter, and catch a Farfetch for number 37. Next up is the Celadon Gym, giving us our 4th badge. We visit Route 16 to catch a Fearow, 2 Doduo, 2 Ponyta, and evolve Charmeleon into Charizard, bringing the total to 41. Down on Route 18, we catch Eradicate, evolve our Ivysaur into Venusaur, and Doduo into Dodrio for 44. Next up is the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City to catch 1 Parasect, 2 Dratini, 1 Dragonair, 1 Nidorina, 2 Execute, 1 Cubone, 1 Tauros, 1 Marowak, 1 Rhyhorn, 2 Nidoran male, 1 Kangaskhan, 1 Chansey, 1 very elusive Tangela that took over an hour, 1 Scyther, and 1 Pinsir, bringing the total to 57. After all that, it's time for the Fuchsia Gym for our 5th badge. We make our way back to Mount Moon to catch another Clefairy to trade for a Mr. Mime to bring the total to 58. Next stop is the Power Plant for 2 Voltorb, 1 Magneton, 1 Grimer, 1 Muck, and Zapdos, bringing the total to 63. Next up, we have Pokemon we're fishing and surfing for. Back on Route 22, there's 1 Poliwag and 2 Poliwhirl. Surfing down towards Seafoam Islands, we get 1 Tentacool, 2 Staryu, and 1 Tentacruel. Back on Route 18, we fish for 2 Shelder. On Route 12, we got 1 Seadra and 1 Horsey. In Cerulean City, we get 1 Goldeen, 1 Seaking, 1 Kingler, and 1 Krabby, bringing the total to 75 Pokemon. We stop back on Route 6 to surf for 2 Psyduck. In the Seafoam Islands, we find 1 Golbat, 1 Slowpoke, 1 Dugong, 1 Seal, and 1 Articuno. Oh. Well,
Damn, the box is full.
and 1 Articuno, bringing the total to 81 Pokemon. Next, we take on the Fighting Dojo and pick up a Hitmonchan to make 82. After leveling up Wartortle and Silphco, we evolved it into a Blastoise to make 83. It was then time to take on the rival, who smells us again, and pick up our next Pokemon, Lapras. We then take on Giovanni and evolve Pidgeotto to Pidgeot. Next stop is the Saffron Gym for the 6th badge. After that, we went to the Cinnabar Mansion to pick up 2 Growlithe and 1 Ditto. We then took on the Cinnabar Gym for the 7th badge. We then revived Lord Helix.
Oh, hail the magic conch!
And then evolved a few Pokemon. Pidgey to Pidgeotto, Nidoran to Nidorino, Nidorino to Nidoking, Nidorina to Nidoqueen, Execute to Executor, Gloom to Vileplume, Weepinbell to Victreebel, Shelter to Cloyster, Jigglypuff to Wigglytuff, Growlithe to Arcanine, and Poliwhirl to Poliwrath to bring our total to 100 Pokemon. I then didn't completely forget to revive Aerodactyl for 101. It was then time to take on the Viridian Gym to get our 8th badge from Giovanni, who brags about being the greatest trainer even though we've won against him twice so far. After that, we evolved Dragonair to Dragonite, Staryu to Starmie, Eevee to Jolteon, Voltorb to Electrode, Dratini to Dragonair, and Ponyta to Rapidash to make 107. On the way to Victory Road, we battle our rival and evolve our Psyduck to Golduck to make 108. Fishing in Fuchsia City, we catch a Water Onix to make 109. Stopping back in Seafoam Islands for a Slowbro before going to Route 23 for a Primeape to make 111. In Victory Road, we evolve our Venonat into a Venomoth and catch a Machoke, 2 Graveler, and a Moltres to make 114. After that, it was time to fight the Elite Four. Oh. Well, that was fast. Time for the champion, and we're done. We stopped in the Celadon Game Corner to spend almost 200,000 Poké-Dollars to get a Porygon and 2 Vulpix to make 116. Next up is Cerulean Cave, where we get 1 Rhydon, 1 Sandslash, 1 Lickitung, and Mewtwo to bring the total to 120. After that, we evolve Vulpix into Ninetales for 121. And that's every Pokemon you can get with 1 copy of Pokemon Yellow. But we're still short about 30 Pokemon. So you're probably wondering, Ace, what about the rest? Luckily, there's a real easy way to do that. Using a copy of Pokemon Stadium, 2 controllers with transfer packs, and a copy of Pokemon Red or Blue, the other 30 Pokemon are available to trade over. Doing this, we evolve Kadabra into Alakazam, Graveler into Golem, Haunter into Gengar, and got 2 Bulbasaur, 2 Charmander, 2 Squirtle, 3 Weedle, 2 Ekans, 1 Raichu since you can't evolve Pikachu in Yellow, 1 Magmar, 2 Koffing, 1 Electabuzz, 1 Hitmonlee, 1 Mew, 1 Vaporeon, 1 Flareon, 1 Persian, 1 Omastar, 1 Kabutops, 1 Kabuto, 1 Jinx, and 1 Eevee to bring us to 144. After that, we evolve Bulbasaur into Ivysaur, Charmander into Charmeleon, Squirtle into Wartortle, Weedle into Kakuna, Kakuna into Beedrill, Koffing into Weezing, and finally Ekans into Arbok to make 151 Pokemon and complete the Pokedex. After obtaining all 151 Pokemon, it was time to go to Celadon City. Inside the building where you get the Eevee, there's a person to talk to that will give you a certificate upon completing the Pokedex. Did y'all knock? Somebody at my door? Hang on, let me check. Somebody Somebody brought a package. Okay, there's this letter. Here's what it says. Dear Pokemon Trainer Ace of Bait. That's me. Cool. Congratulations on completing the Kanto Region Pokedex. You have taken on a grand challenge that few complete. Well, we know that. That's crazy. You could be the Pokemon Master that we've been looking for. We need your expertise for a new challenge. We have received word from a Professor Elm who needs your help completing a special Pokedex. Will you be the one to take on this challenge? I guess so. Sincerely, the Indigo Plateau Conference. P.S. Inside this package is a small token of appreciation. There we go. So y'all can see it now. So you got this this map of Kanto. The Kanto Region's Indigo League. And it says diploma. This is that diploma I was talking about that you can print off. Ace of Bait, congrats. This diploma certifies that you have completed the Pokedex. Game Freak. So it looks like they sent me this shadow box with the 8 badges all on the sides, right? And a certificate and everything. That's awesome. There's something else in here, but what does it mean? Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see what else we're doing, check out the stream over on twitch.tv/aceofbeta. All the links are in the bio. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.